it would probably help the human faction immensely to become realized what's stationed on this planet, whether it's been ages old, that it's always been here or not, doesn't make a difference. We know it's here now. It's definitely here as a frequency. The people, the occupation that's trapped here on the planet, who they don't see a God, they don't have a God, they don't have the truth. It's just an occupation here. It's just it's like you come to this level, and most of all that you see here includes people are stuck here, if not working a program. Now, what has dawned on me recently is that I'm pretty sure if AI is here doing what I think it's doing, which it is, it's just it's providing human services to the non-human, which would be, hey, you want to put together a story? You want to paint a picture? You want to learn how to play the piano? Blah, blah, blah. AI will just walk you through the basics, and you can go through the motions as a non-human, but it's not really, the feeling has left. The meaning has just evacuated off of the planet. And what's left is just this running of a program. Literally, it's a machine. There isn't a human occupation here. The way it runs is through what looks like a human occupation, other people. Easy. They are fully programmed to run the system the way that they seem to think that is the way to go, which is the system, which is built on a word. And the education system, of course, what is the leader? Who is the original occupation where all of this fake life stems off of? And now you just have this, they call it the backdrop people, but it's ever sharpening and programming because of how immense the system is. And as you know, all of the resources is going towards that. And it's never been so prevalent before than now to see what money is doing for us, which I was going to try to, it's barely minute 3, I was going to try to insert that in, saying, guess what money could be doing for us? Could be doing for the human faction, which is, I'm wondering, where did the human beings go? They wouldn't see, like with me, I want to go there. I want to break away from this backdrop society who isn't present. They are non-present. Now, you want to talk about what narcissists are? See, a lot of people think that narcissists have a huge ego, and they're just such a huge ego that they can't even fit in the room properly. And it's like, no, they don't have an ego at all. They are lacking in self-value to the point of putting a fake mask, a fake persona on, and that could easily be any one of the things, like what David Icke mentions is the I am a, or a lot of people who mentions, like, well, no, you can't, you're not your career, you're not even your name, you're not what your family is saying of you. You are an infinite possibility, just a presence, an awareness that is now. Doesn't really count for them, not really. I think when a lot of people hear that, of course, it drums up a war against that. That's the Christ consciousness, and then they just get completely confused. They have to be wrapped up in their head, and it's like, no, I am much more real than being simply present. And that's definitely established here, like, welcome to the earth. Don't take it seriously because everybody here is completely asleep. If that wasn't true 400 years ago, say, like, whatever was taking over, and we do know something has swooped through all continents, killing them, genociding them with weapons. I wasn't going to say powerful weapons either. Guns aren't that powerful, and neither was what is behind it. It took a lot. It takes a lot to do that. It takes a whole generation to finally kill off not only the food supply, that's what would make the organism weak, but then take over the organism. And when I say organism, I'm talking about the human organism and all of its potential, and then the way that you would harness it, hold it captive, and then begin to program it. And more the programming is to favor the non-human, which is, I could say unfortunately, but that's just the part of the intelligence that the human being is that it has a non-human place, which is, or a non-human faculty, which is the mind. It can't have reality, so it can't contain the truth. So there's where it's just non-human. It can't be present here. The mind has no awareness. And we can talk about this because that conversation is called Buddhism. And a lot of people probably don't know, but I am a master, and that's how I can put up 1,000.2 videos and not even look back and care. Not even about what people will be now is just trying to see, you get information about narcissism because it's the single most important issue on the planet, which it's not. What is narcissism but a name? I'll tell you what it is. That's the single most important issue, and in fact a plague if we don't look at it head on and face it head on. It's the mind. The mind. And it's really like mind versus those who have achieved embodiment, which is just to get in your body and say, I'm here now. And see, I'll close this up. This is heavy-duty controversy, but I am more and more solid in this than even Joe Dispenza. Any of these people that talk about the mind ruling over the body. The mind is what creates reality. And it's like, nope, no it doesn't, and thank God it doesn't. The children are safe because the truth, the fact of this reality is that there's 3 dimensions. There's the mind, human mind, which can't have awareness. It's kind of a cartoon factory. Words come with it. Then there's the body, the 2nd dimension. Now we have just kind of, you have to get past the mind and you get into the body, and the body is going to teach your mind now. See, if you can get into your body, which this is what I suspect, and this is what is being pointed at through all of the studies. Why does narcissism exist? Why does the fully encapsulated mind exist? Why do we have mental cases who are unreliable as far as reality is concerned? They also have their philosophy that comes up and it starts to talk and it says, but pretty soon you'll see how it just completely contradicts, and I'm going to get into it more, and I'll even find the materials that says, contradicted that one, because you can't let the mind control anything. In fact, you do not put awareness into the mind, because now you're lost to reality and the truth. See, the mind is that 1st dimension that you have to, it's weird, and you can call it, well, this is the task of becoming, or just having the experience of being a human organism. That the confusion of the mind could, may, might arise first via another fucking narcissist, mind over there that thinks it's more real than now, and the reality of the fact that, hey, you have your own arms and legs and your senses to turn on. Get those puppies to turn on, but see, a narcissist will say, no, no, and it starts to program. It begins to make that person, or whatever it is they're trying to form, think that there's a limitation when there isn't. The only limitation is that you're just trying to grow up, give it some time. By the time you're 18 to 20, you will know what you're good at. But maybe you're getting intercepted by a bunch of narcissists. The education system and what you see that is the filth of the world, that a lot of people don't consider filth, but it is. It's trash. Not very harmonious. It's a joke. True intelligence will say this too, not the average. The average, they get fearful when they start to hear people like that. Jesus, did they get scared of you? Hell yeah, they did! And who killed Jesus? Your Roman Catholic occupation. Non-human.